Good morning, Culers. Hello and welcome. It is time to wake up and Barca. Another 4-goal victory for the Blaugrana, this time over Osasuna. We're going to be doing a full match breakdown. We'll be going over the good, the bad, the Barca. We'll be giving out the Mustache man of the match. And again, my friends, I promise you controversy in today's match overview. We'll go over all the stats. We'll go over the good, the bad, the Barca. I'll hear out your arguments, and we'll go on from there. All right. Of course, if this is your first time here, if you are just finding us, welcome to the undefeated community. This is the place for Culers from around the world to come together, connect over our love of Barcelona. On Wake Up in Barca, we have a little bit of caffeine. We catch up with each other. We go over the news, match previews, match reviews, all that good stuff. And then, of course, we are here for all the live matches. I do the commentary. You participate in the chat with the Culers, and we support the Blaugrana. But again, today's episode is a match review for Barcelona 4, Osasuna 0. Let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. We are good to go, my friends. Barcelona 4, Osasuna 0. Let's start off by looking at some of the stats, and then we'll say my hellos. We'll get the morning started. We'll do the good, the bad, the Barca. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Ferran Torres with the brace. One from the penalty spot. Pass from, who was it? I believe it was Sergio Busquets over the top to Gavi. The hustle, the determination, earns the penalty. Ferran slides it in. Easy peasy. 1-0 to Blaugrana. Then Ferran gets his second one. Crossed in from Dembele and puts Barcelona up 2-0 shortly thereafter. Couldn't even catch our breath. 3-0 to Barcelona after Aubameyang puts one in. And then we had to wait all the way till the second half, 75th minute, for Ricky Puig to follow in his own shot. Make it 4-0 for Barcelona. An excellent victory. 24 shots, 9 on target. That's impressive. 73% possession. Can't be upset about that. 878 passes. That is almost double the number of passes that they had in their previous match against Osasuna, which ended 2-2. 7 fouls, not worried about that. 4 offsides, 5 corners. Again, a dominant match from Barcelona, and we are back in third place. Not only that, but Sevilla drew 1-1 with Rayo yesterday afternoon. So now we are 5 points with a match in hand out of second place. My friends, nobody saw this coming 2-3 months ago. Nobody. You're going to sit there and go, oh, I did. I knew what was going on. I said that we should hire Xavi and then everything will be okay. Sure. Even if you said it, you're talking out of your you-know-what. You had no way of predicting this turnaround this fast for the Blaugrana. I'm pumped about it. Every match, La Liga or Europa League, doesn't matter. I'm getting excited because we get to see Xavi ball. It's a good time, my friends. It is a good time to be a Culers. I'm going to pause there. I'm going to say my good mornings to the chat, say hello to everybody, and then once we catch up with each other, we'll jump over, we'll do the good, the bad, the Barca, and I got to give out the Mustache man of the match. That's all coming up here shortly, but like I said, let's say my hellos to the Stash Squad. Kudis, good morning, sir. Nightbot is, of course, with us. Utkal, hello, a new member of the Stash Squad. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, my good sir. Speaking of Nightbot, let me make sure I have the spoiler timer turned off. There we go. Turn that off. Okay. Anyway, back to the chat. Mubash, hello. Intro clean sheet. Yes, the intro is turned off. We're good to go. Feeling good about it. I did have my camera turned off when I opened up the show, though, so I guess it technically goes back to 0. Who else we got in here with us? Austin, hello, sir. Love that spelling. Very clever. Alfred, good morning to you. Takir is with us, says Xavi really loves the 4 goals number in 3 out of 4 matches. Barca scored 3 goals in the first half and the 4th goal in the second half. Wow. Sem asks, what do you think about people saying Coleman would do just as good with the players we have now? Oh, man, you had to take me there, didn't you? I'll say there's some argument to be made for that. Ronald Koeman, actually no, because, okay, here's the thing. I'll touch on it briefly, okay? Two things that could have made Ronald Koeman more successful. One, better attitude from the players. They didn't believe in him, but some of that, if not all of that, is his fault. Second thing, if Ronald Koeman was allowed to run a 3-5-2 formation, if you remember the second half of the season, his first year when we won Copa del Rey, that's what he was using. I don't even want to get into this, you guys. I don't want to talk about this at all. Ronald Koeman is gone. Xavi Ball is here. Ronald Koeman coulda, woulda, shoulda, all the things. Don't care. Don't care. Don't even want to talk about it. We're going to move on. We're going to move on, friends. We got other things that we're going to talk about, like Barcelona's current success. All right? I love you all very much. I ain't going down that rabbit hole. It's not happened this morning. All right? Javali, hello. Good morning to you. Paul is in the house. We got a lot of regulars. Prashanth, hello, sir. More Koeman time. I'm going to leave it alone. All right, we've got other things that we can discuss today. There's a lot. Yeah, Ayush, you got to reset me. I didn't have the camera on when we started. Fair is fair, all right? Keeps me honest, keeps me going. One of these days, I'll get back on track. We'll have 0 mistakes. We'll get that counter back up to 1. We'll see. All right, folks. I'm trying to see if there's any other talking points before we get into the good, the bad, the Barca. I don't think so. I don't think there are. Hello, Reaper. How we doing, sir? I'm sure I missed some folks in the chat. I'm sure I did. Let me scroll back up here. Felipe is with us. Bonnie is with us. Hello. Who else? I'm sure I missed some people. If I missed you, I apologize. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're hanging out. And now that we have the match overview out of the way, it is time to jump over to the good, the bad, and the Barca. For those of you that are a little bit newer to the channel, I'll just explain the good and the bad. It's pretty clear, pretty self-explanatory. What was good about the match, what was bad about the match. We give out one specific award, and then one specific award goes to the Barca box. That can be a person, place, a thing. It can be abstract, but it's always something that is representative of the Barcelona identity, the Barcelona DNA, the Barcelona mentality. That's what goes in the Barca box. And then, of course, we have the Mustache Man of the Match, which sometimes it's straightforward. It's the same as La Liga gives out or what the broadcast gives out. But sometimes I got to tweak things a little bit. That's why it's the Mustache Man of the Match. So starting off with the good. There was a lot good about this match, of course. 4-0 to the Blaugrana. I could start with Aubameyang getting another goal. I could say his effort and performance overall, including the high press that he offers for Barcelona when we're in the attacking third and we lose the ball. I love what we're seeing from Eric Garcia. Not just this match, but the last 2 matches. All good going performances from Eric Garcia. Some of you aren't going to like this, but I'll even say Langley coming off the bench. Glad to see him getting a little bit of playing time. He's responsible for, I think, like 1/3 of the clean sheets we have this year. Some of you aren't paying close enough attention, talking about how Langley needs to leave. I was happy to see him, so Langley could have gone in the good box. But overall, I'm going to give it to the young man, Riqui Puig. It was good to see him get some playing time. As all of you know, the hype train was very real around the young Riqui Puig. He's been through, Setien. He's been through, I think he was here for Valverde. Am I wrong about that? Valverde, Setien, Koeman, and Xavi. Am I wrong about that? Anyway, nobody has been willing to give this kid a break. They've all seen a flaw or two or more that holds him back from really getting in to that starting 11 and getting regular playing time with the senior team. So it's good that he was able to take advantage of this opportunity with Barcelona having a lot of matches. With Barcelona up 3-0, he comes off the bench. He hustles like he always does. He's a little spark plug, as I mentioned during the live broadcast. Takes a shot from the top of the box. Keeper mishandles it. And you know who gets to the ball? Riqui Puig. Again, hustle, determination. That's his MO. That's his personal brand. He's running all over the pitch. Yes, he gave the ball away quite a few times within that, and we'll talk about that in just 1 second. But what was good was that he got some playing time. He got a goal. Happy to see it. Good for Riqui Puig. Now, before we get too excited, this immediately leads me into what is bad. Not just about this match, but just in general, the polarizing reaction from Culers specifically on social media. It's absolutely ridiculous. Riqui Puig comes off the bench, scores 1 goal against a completely defeated 3-0 down Osasuna, and everyone goes, "Oh, see, you gotta sell him." Well, where's my, hang on, sorry. I messed that up. See, you gotta sell him. Sell Frankie de Jong. Riqui Puig is the next Xavi. See, he came off the bench and he scored 1 goal. So that's it. It's clear. He's amazing. I don't care if he gave the ball away 5 to 10 times in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. He got 1 sloppy goal. It proves everything that I've been saying about Riqui Puig. He's incredible. He has to play. That's Culers' response right now. That's basically Culers' response, is that Riqui Puig comes on, scores 1 goal, and we have to now sell Frankie de Jong and start Riqui Puig. Absolutely insane. Totally messed up that zoom. I need to put an extra zoom button on here. Anyway, that's just one. The other one, of course, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it right now. The other one, and again, you are not going to see him awarded in today's episode of Good, the Bad, the Barca. Dembele. He got 2 assists. And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Dembele, he's so amazing. Oh, I love Dembele. We should pay Dembele 40 million euros a year to get 7 assists." You guys know that's what we're talking about, right? He's got 1 goal, 7 assists this year. And now go ahead and use the argument that he's been injured. Please sit there and say, "Well, John, but he's been injured." Yeah, I know. For the last 4.5, 5 years. I know. But John, he's got 7 assists this year. That's tied for 3rd most in La Liga. Don't you want to have Dembele for next season getting all those assists for $40 million? You want me to pay 40 million, euros. You want me to pay 40 million euros a year for 7 assists. You know where I can get 7 assists a year? Right here. Jorge de Frutos. He's a 25-year-old right-wing Spanish youngster playing for Levante. Also has 7 assists this year. He's worth about $13 million. So please, somebody tell me why we would pay Dembele $40 million a year to get the same number of assists as Jorge de Frutos. You kidding me right now? Get out of here. The hype train that Culers will start around Riqui Puig, around Dembele. Relax, okay? When Dembele shows up in the big matches and performs, then you talk to me. Then you come talk to me, okay? When Riqui Puig gets a chance in a big match and performs, then you come talk to me. Then we'll talk. Outside of that, nah, dude, you need to calm down. All the Culers out there need to relax, need to stop being so polarizing. Hot, cold, all, none, every, never. Relax. The world is not as black and white as some of the people on social media try to make it. So what's bad is the polarizing reaction that Culers have anytime we have one of these incidents. So for that, get in the box. Anyway, I digress. After one failed Zoom and a rant later, let's talk about what was Barca. Let's turn over a positive leaf here. What was Barca about this match? Again, could give it to a few things. I could go Aubameyang on this. I could go a few other ways. I could keep giving it to Xavi. I could do that pretty much every match. But the one who's earned it this time is Gavi. Didn't get a goal, didn't get an assist, but earned the penalty to start things out, to open up the scoring for Barcelona out of, again, a hustle play. A determinated Gavi is so hard to deal with. He had, I think, 4 or 5 crunching slide tackles yesterday. He's not worried about dropping a shoulder. He's not worried about making a little contact, and he performs box to box. I love everything about Gavi. Somebody said, I forget again if it was on social media or somebody said it on one of the live streams, but Gavi is a combination of Xavi and Gennaro Gattuso. If you guys remember the AC Milan legend, oh my goodness, it is a perfect blend. So Gavi, again, not contributing to the score sheet directly, but earning a penalty, creating havoc, absolute havoc for Osasuna. The mentality is there. The goals, the assists will come. But for now, the Barca box is where Gavi belongs. An excellent performance. So that leaves it pretty obvious for the Mustache man of the match. You should see this one coming. The brace from the Ferran Torres left wing. One from the penalty spot. One from open play. Again, assisted by Dembele. If you want to see my reaction, I put a nice little clip out there for both of them. But Ferran Torres, I think what is most impressive about this young man is his it's his mentality, but specifically his willingness to step up when he is facing criticism. He does not shy away when times get tough. When Barcelona, coming off a disappointing result against Galatasaray, it's 0-0, a penalty is given, Ferran says, give it to me. If Ferran misses that penalty, and let's say the momentum swings and Barcelona don't end up winning that match, the pressure that this kid would be under. But he doesn't think about any of that. He says, the time is now. Someone's got to step up and score this penalty. I'm the man to do it. So he steps up, scores the penalty, continues on a few minutes later, gets, like I said, a second goal, slots it in the side netting, same place where he put the penalty. An excellent performance. Could have had a third a couple of times if the pass in was a little bit better. The service provided was a little bit more on point. But nonetheless, 2 goals, good performance, man of the match, Ferran Torres, Barcelona 4, Osasuna 0. That's my thoughts on the match, folks. I want to get your thoughts. So if you're watching live, let me know in the chat. If you're watching on replay, let me know in the comments. I always go back and read them. So I want to know your thoughts. We'll keep the conversation going. All right. Outside of that, that Zoom fail, what do we think, folks? What's the reaction? Prajan says, if we're giving Twitter the bad box, it will get the box every time. So much toxicity. Yeah, had to call it out at least once. Utkal says, Ricky Puig can never take the place of Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong stabilizes the team. Puig won't be able to do these things. De Jong, I agree with you on that. Frankie de Jong is not going to be replaced by Ricky Puig. That ain't happening. Felipe says, I wouldn't pay Dembele 40 mil. I definitely wouldn't. At like 15 million, I'd go like 15 million for him, something like that. Just saying. Prashant is with me. No Dembele in any box except maybe the bad until he signs a new contract. It just hurts too much. Rishi, how we doing, sir? Shirag says, if not Haaland, would Salah be a good option for Barcelona? Yes, I would say yes. But that's also, I would say if there's no Dembele and there's no Haaland and there's no Messi, then I think maybe Salah for a year or two could work out. But certainly not long-term, as others have pointed out in the chat. Let's see here. Bonnie says, if we renewed Dembele on lower wages, wouldn't mind keeping him. Same. I agree with you on that. I'm with you. Let's see here. Ayush said Gattuso is the sometimes good, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit meme guy. Yes, that is Gattuso. It's hilarious that you youngsters will know him for that. He's the sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That's Gattuso, but he's a midfield legend. You guys crack me up. Takir says, do I think Pedri was tired yesterday? Potentially. He definitely was not impactful as some of the previous matches. I'll say I said a few times during the live stream that he was not very involved, but he's also going to be more like the Iniesta. Again, not necessarily getting the goals or assists like Xavi and Messi were getting, but he's going to be more of the setup to the setup, you know? Bonnie says, would you trust Aubameyang as the main number 9 next year? Next year, yes. Beyond that, it'd be tough. It'd be pretty tough. Kuda says, watch the replay this morning. Huge morning start off with a smile. I love it. Did you watch the replay or the reaction video? Because I thought I did a little bit of more editing with the reaction video than I typically would. My goal right now is to not make more stuff, not make more content, but make better content, more engaging content. And unfortunately, what that mostly means is more time in the editing room. So I did spend some extra time editing the reaction video. I hope everybody liked it. Hope everybody got some enjoyment out of it. And there's much more to come, of course. We are here live for all the Barcelona matches. I do the commentary, react to the match. You, of course, get to chat with Culers from around the world. I got an itchy eye, don't know why. I appreciate that, Kudis. Always do. Love to start off my morning with you, buddy. Ayer says the zoom ins and the Dembele. Yeah, I was giving myself a little pat on the back yesterday for thinking of taking the color out of the of the video when I talk about Dembele. I'm gonna have to put that. That is going to have to be the Dembele button. Kudis, am I right? The Dembele button is going to have to be a zoom in, but I take all the color out as well. I think that's got to be the Dembele button, and I can put it right there. I know just what to do with it. FC Barca boy in school right now. Very cool. Don't get caught. You don't want to get your phone taken away. Be a disaster. Anyway, folks, exciting stuff for Barcelona. We are currently sitting third. Let's jump back to the table while I talk about it. We are currently sitting third. We got a match in hand against Sevilla. Our next 2 matches in La Liga are against Real Madrid and then Sevilla. So depending on what Sevilla does, who do they have up next? They've got a Europa League tie against West Ham. That won't be easy. And then they got Real Sociedad. That ain't going to be easy, folks. Dembele stats, get out of here. That's that's not going to be easy at all. Can I get back to the table, please? My goodness. So if Sevilla stumble against Sociedad, let's just say they get to 57 points. We could end up getting level by the time we're playing them. We'll see. A lot still to fight for Barcelona. I mean, we're not going to win La Liga. That would be outlandish. Real Madrid would have to have a historic collapse. But if we get second place and a Europa League trophy, you know what? If you offered me that in December, I'd have taken it. I really would have. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited for Barcelona's future. I'm excited for this community. We continue to grow, continue to bring in new friends into the Stash Squad. I really do appreciate all of you coming and hanging out, starting out the day, especially on Mondays. I'll say especially on Mondays. Excuse me. A little congested still. Can't wait to get rid of this little minor cold that I have. But anyway, love starting my days with you, particularly on Mondays. It's not always fun waking up knowing you got a long week ahead of you. Some of us have jobs that we don't really like. Some of us have things that we got to grind through, school, whatever. We all got stuff we got to do. So I'm glad that we can come together, start our day talking about Barcelona, have a few laughs, get a little bit of caffeine, catch up with the Stash Squad. That's what it's all about. It's about the community here. It's about the connection. So again, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all one more time. Ayush, Kudis, Krish, FC Barcelona boy, Uktkal, Takir, everybody coming and hanging out tonight. Bonnie, Linda Kule, Alfred, Rishi, Hollow the Reaper, Prashant, of course, Shirak. If I missed you, I apologize. I love you all very much. I will see you on the next episode of Wake Up in Barca. Wednesday, we're going to have Pablo come back on. Pablo Wolves-Blanco, a regular guest. We're having him come back on for the pre-match of Galatasaray Lake 2. We're going to try to do better. We got to redeem ourselves. We were both saying 4-0 to Barcelona. We got to redeem ourselves. So Wednesday, Galatasaray match preview featuring Pablo Wolves-Blanco. I will see you there, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.